And welcome into Lake Norman Charter High School, the home of the Knights. We have a home conference game for Charter against the Mustangs of East Rowan. Corinne Keck will take the tip-off, and she will win it, but it will go to the Mustangs. As thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with us. I am Zane Metz, and alongside me tonight will be Davis Solomonson. So Davis is bound to be a good one tonight, as that's a corner three. That one misses. Rebound by the Mustangs, and it's good. So Davis, what are your thoughts coming into this game for both sides?
I just want to say pretty tough loss last week. I think the Knights know that going into it. I think it was a 93-11, if I'm not mistaken. I think they kind of want to use that as motivation for tonight. Definitely, go out there, play aggressive. I think that's been our biggest problem is we're just not playing physical ball. We're kind of letting them take these easy shots right up in the paint. And, as a team, that's something we need to improve on. And I hope Coach Potter can implement that.
As we see a drive by Courtney right there, and that will go out of bounds, touching on that loss. 93 does sound bad, I'm not going to lie. But you have to...
Sounds bad because it is,
But you have to factor in the circumstances here, okay? When you're losing, you're out without your star guard, Reese Long, who's kind of the orchestrator of this Knights offense. In West Rowan, they went 30-0 last year, and they kept their whole starting lineup. Yeah. So, that's a team that has to be the favorite to win the 3A. Winning the 3A last year, undefeated, kept everybody. And, those losses are going to happen when you play such a great team like that, especially with such a young team the Knights have this year.
Oh, for sure. Most of the team is comprised of freshmen and sophomore. And it's kind of, it's very menacing going up against a big powerhouse team like that without the powerhouse of your offense, like you said, Reese Long, with that thumb injury. So, yeah, definitely intimidating. But I think they can bounce back and really, lay down the hammer for this game.
Yeah, as we see a three right there, that one no good. Rebound by the Mustangs, fought around in the corner, and that will be Knights ball. As I really can't stress enough how big that loss of Reese Long is, as not only was Reese the top scorer this season and last season, but she was the only player on this team with solid varsity minutes coming into this year. She's the only one with varsity experience on this roster, playing-wise at least. Before being injured, now all these ladies have to step up and really fill their shoes.
It's going to be a big moment for Coach Porter. He kind of gets to see who can fill that role, who will, fill that position that Reese Long was kind of playing everything. If you look at the past couple games, she's putting up points, she's getting those rebounds. She's really, playing all sides of the ball. And now you have to have these other girls step in and kind of do the same thing. And it can be intimidating, but I think the Lady Knights will really, fill into that position.
Yeah, and talking about that as we see the Mustangs with the ball. Corner three, wide open. That one is no good long. Rebound by the Knights, and they will push the ball other way. Pass half court is London, and she will miss that shot. Rebound by the Mustangs. And, talking about how it's kind of a rebuilding year for the Knights, that's actually, I think, we will see Reese Long coming in the game off the bench, so it looks like she is back as she's at the scores table right now. But, as I was mentioning earlier, I was talking to Coach Porter at the start of the season. He said, it's a rebuilding year for us. Having 6 of our 7 top leading scorers graduate, having no seniors on the roster, only, I believe, 2 to 3 juniors. Such a young team. You're going to see kind of who can step up and fill these shoes and build into next year.
It's kind of a double-edged sword because you have these young girls right now who, maybe they don't really know what they're doing. Maybe they're a little intimidated, but they're going to grow into that position. They're going to have way more time than these other varsity athletes at the big stage. So we'll see how they play out.
As we see Long, her first shot back from injury is no good from the corner, but the Knights retains possession. Corinne Keck with the ball, pass it to Courtney. Courtney now gets tripped, and that will be a foul. So Ivy Oglesby will be charged with the foul. That's the first foul of tonight's ball game. And we will see Courtney inbound the ball for the Knights, looking for someone to pass it to. Pass it to Sanvi, back to Courtney. 5:16 left in the first quarter. Knights down 0-2 as Long gets fouled.
Reese taking a little bit of a stumble there. You got to watch out with that thumb injury she's coming off of. But she's a very physical player. I'd say she's the most physical on the team, and that's why she is that powerhouse that she is, because she really isn't scared to take that ball and just drive it. So
yeah, as we see a rebound right there, wide open, missed by Corinne Keck. Actually, that's Callie Janice, excuse me. So pass across court. As we're talking about physicality, that's something the Knights lack, a lack of size. When you lose a lot of those seniors, a lot of bigger players on the roster, and now they're just kind of going to outmatch for every team they play, but kind of try to make up for that lack of size with the ability the roster has and the speed the roster has. We see a steal up to Courtney. Courtney will drive in, pass out to Sanvi. Sanvi will now look for a player back to Courtney, fakes the corner three. Drive in, pull up, jumper, mid-range, no good. Rebound by the Mustangs.
I will say the Courtney sisters have really been playing well on this team. I think their chemistry together obviously is unmatched, and they're really just, they can pass the ball, they can shoot it. I know that clip didn't show it, but they're very good ball players, and I'm happy to see them out here tonight.
As that one was off Callie Janice, and the Mustangs will retain possession. Mustangs hold a 2-0 lead. As we see a corner three right there, no good. And the rebound will go back to the Knights, as that will be a foul on Katie Collins. As, yeah, you know, and the Courtney sisters really had to step up with the absence of Lise Long. And, you know, you're going to take those losses, but you're also going to have people on this team this year have to step up and fill bigger roles than they had before, and that's going to help you guys in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we're really lacking is just we're lacking a very solid defense. We're letting them get these easy, close-range shots, and we can't make those long-range shots. That's not our offense. That's not how we run. So it's kind of hard to build up that deficit when you're already down, and I think we just kind of give up on ourselves. But I know that's something that they've been working on, and I hope they implement it.
Layup by Janice, rebounded by Sanvi, out to Reese Long. Long out to Courtney, back out to Long in the corner. Three ball, no good. Rebound by Janice, that one tipped up, no good. Offensive rebound again, fighting for it on the ground. She will get it. Courtney, three ball, no good. And the Mustangs will finally get the defensive board. As a hectic possession right there, Davis.
A little bit of a shooting drought right there. I think the Knights are taking these long-range shots because they're just trying to get past that two-point deficit, but they really just need to play their game and get those like up-close shots that they're known for. Kylie Janice with a lot of rebounds. I'm not really surprised by that. She's a very defensive player.
As we will see a jump ball, and the ball will stay with the Mustangs. As yes, you know, the Knights having struggled shooting so far. No points through the first 4+ minutes of this first quarter. Mustangs with the ball swinging around the perimeter. Three ball, that one is good.
What a shot. I will say East Rowan is really moving the ball well. They're really finding that open man and just taking those easy shots, and that's why they're kind of, you know, that 5-point deficit right now. And we need to build that up.
Yeah, Mary Church with the three, and when we were talking with Coach Porter before the game, he said the two players that his squad is going to have to look out for the Mustangs is number 1, Mary Church, and number 11, Hannah Waddle, as those are the two key players for the Mustangs. Good pass inside to Courtney. That one no good. Rebound by Church. Church will now push the ball other way, looking for a teammate, passes half court. And the 1-11 combo will be no good right there. Rebound by Sanvi. And that will be a travel right there. About the easiest call of the night for the ref.
East Rowan looking like a very defensive team. I haven't watched a lot of them play, but they seem like they're very good on defense.
Yeah, but you know, it's not only how good they've been on defense tonight, it's just the lack of shooting the Knights have had. They've had opportunities, just not been able to capitalize yet. As corner three right there, that one is no good by Water. Rebound by Long, and that one goes in and out. So the Knights trail 5-0, 2:38 left in the first quarter of play. Long will try to orchestrate her Knights teammate out to Janice in the corner. Pump fake drive, right side baseline. Finds Sanvi off the glass and good. Sanvi gets the first point to the night for the Knights. So now Church will bring the ball up. Out to Waddle. Waddle back to Church.
Sanvi, a freshman on varsity. You know, you don't see that a lot, and I think she really is just like building her own. She's a very got a lot of game knowledge when it comes to that. So.
Yeah, and you're talking about, you know, you don't see a freshman too much on varsity, but the Knights have had to have freshmen on varsity this year. 8 freshmen on this varsity roster just shows how young this team is and how much they can grow in the coming years.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, rebuild season for sure, and I think from here on we're going to see nothing but good things.
So let's look at East Rowan's 2-2 record so far, coached by Brianna Evans. They're coming off back-to-back losses versus North Rowan and Central Bears, but won their first 2 contests of the year against Uwharrie Charter and Mount Pleasant. So we'll try to break that 2-game losing streak here tonight. That one up, that one good. Mustangs lead 7-6, 2:13 left in the first quarter. Knights with the ball, and Long will try to find a passer out to Courtney. Courtney in the corner for his sister. And that would be cross court to Reese Long. And that will be Mustang ball. Long took an awkward fall right there, but luckily got up with no scrapes.
Number 1, Mary Church, really looking like a physical player. I mean, she's had a lot of those like questionable calls in on her, and I think she's really like stretching the limits of that.
Getting down and dirty, you could say.
You could say that for sure.
Church with the ball. And the Mustangs work the ball into the inside. 3-ball right there. That one no good. Oh, and almost banks it in. As the bank almost opened for Lily Cutts, but the Mustangs will retain possession. Church with the ball. Knights playing their 2-3 zone. Church top of the key. Long 3. That one is no good. Short. And fighting for the rebound. And back out to Church. The Knights can't get a rebound. And Church will pump fake. Drive in. Good bounce pass. And that has to be a travel. And yes, it will. Travel on big number 25, Ava Anderman. Just trying to be the center of this roster, but got a little too happy with her feet right there, and the Knights will get back the ball.
Yeah, doing a little tiptoe dancing. You don't like seeing that, so.
As we see Janice fake, and we're trying to find a passer, and that one will find a Mustang. Church now with the ball, pushing it up the court. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound by the Knights on the ground. Courtney will get it and pass to her sister. Under a minute to go. Mustangs lead 7-2, a low-scoring affair here in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to get some shots up. We're taking pretty decent shots, they're just not connecting, and I think the Knights need to stop taking these long threes and kind of just shorten their game, because that's what we're good at. So.
Yeah, it's not like the Knights are playing bad defense, they're just been playing pretty awful offense, if I'm being honest. That's an and one right there.
Prime example.
Yeah. And Sadie Featherstone will get the bucket and the foul and will go to the line to complete her and one and possibly put the Mustangs up by 8.
Yeah, I mean, the Knights are just letting them squeak by and just get those easy buckets. So.
Yeah, and you got to play really good defense when you have a lack of offense like the Knights do this year besides Reese Long. And you can't let up those easy fouls. Courtney now with the ball, under 30 seconds to play. Reese Long, shot good. Reese Long gets her first bucket of the year back from injury. Mary Church round with the ball, out in the corner. Knights will double team inside, steal. Knights going the other way, under 15 seconds to go. Courtney with the ball, passes half court. We'll find Reese Long, pump fake, drives in. Right-handed lay, that one is good. Reese Long back-to-back bucket for the Knights. Under 5 seconds now, Mary Church pushes the ball past half court, under 2 half-court shot. That one almost good. And the Knights with a 4-point burst to end off the first quarter. And the Mustangs lead 9-6.
Reese Long really towards the end, bringing that power that they kind of needed. She is an incredible player, offensive and defensively. So it's really glad that we have her here tonight.
So stick with us here on the LNC Sports Network. East Rowan Mustangs lead the Lake Norman Charter Knights 9-6, second and quarter of play coming up next. Welcome back here to the LNC Sports Network. The Mustangs lead the Knights 9-6. Second quarter of play starts now. I'm Zane Metz. Alongside me is Davis Solomonson. As that's a drive right there. Ball on the ground, and that will be a jump ball, and the ball will go to the Mustangs. So, Davis, first quarter of the play, the Knights had some offensive issues before Reese Long put up a quick 4 points to end off the first quarter. What are your thoughts going into the second quarter of play?
I mean, crazy low-scoring game, and I want to say it was a defensive battle, but it really wasn't. We had a lot of shots, and we just can't connect them. I think we're overshooting the hoop, and these Lady Knights really need to just lock in and connect those shots. That's how we're going to win the game, and also not letting those easy layups.
Yeah, as we see Featherstone, just too easy, no one crashing the defensive boards, and that's about the easiest point she will get all night.
I think they're just getting overwhelmed by the size of the East Rowan ladies, and they're trying to press out and kind of stop that passing, and they're just leaving the open gal in the middle. So,
As we will see Janice go to the line and shoot two. That's where she gets most of her points, using her bigger frame, getting inside, drawing those fouls. And we'll try to go to the line and convert 2 3 throws here. Mustangs lead 11-6, 7:20 left here in the first quarter. First one up, first one is good. As if you're watching this stream and have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We love to answer your guys' comments anytime. Janice, second free throw up. Free throw not good off the front iron. And the Mustangs will go the other way. Church with the ball. We'll slow it down a bit. Out to Waddle. Waddle now driving. And that one is no good. Tipped around and will get the bucket. Excuse me, that's Cuts with the ball.
I was about to say, Klutz seems like a really good passer, from what we've seen so far at least. She's moving the ball a lot. She's not a selfish player. Really trying to find that open man, which I think Eastern is achieving at, and that's why they're kind of hammering down on us.
Missed shot. Church now back with the ball. Corner three by the Mustangs. Oh, well, that's got to be a travel. As I was about to say, if you don't call that a travel, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I mean, she just got flustered, and that's what will happen if you can't keep your head in the game.
That student section was about to erupt right there if they didn't call that a travel.
Yeah,
Student section that we do have
yeah.
so far. We're bound to get more when the guys' game gets going. As Callie Janice will go in the fast break, try to find a player, and that one way too high for Courtney. That would have been good if she was about 8 inches taller.
Little Adam Sandler night today for the LNC student section. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie, Zen?
That's a good question. I'm actually going to ask that with Palmer in the guys' game as well to see his. But, you got to go Happy Gilmore, I think. That's just kind of the OG. We do see a Boston Bruins jersey in the crowd. That has to be Nolan Boucher if I know anything. But
that is not Nolan Boucher. Nolan Boucher is in the light blue polo.
Oh, excuse me. I know he's a Boston Bruins, but that's why I assumed. But
that's Ferris Way.
So the guy that thinks he goes to LNC but goes to Cannon. Okay. But I must say, Happy Gilmore has to be my favorite Adam Sandler movie. But there's a lot of good ones. You can't go wrong with any Adam Sandler movie.
I gotta say mine's 50 First Dates.
Really?
Yeah, I mean I know it's kind of a rom-com, but I love the cheese.
What's the one where they're all friends and they have the kids? What's that one?
Grown Ups.
Grown Ups. That's another classic right there.
Yeah.
Grown Ups is a classic.
Kevin James is hilarious in that.
I mean, when is he not?
Exactly.
Free throw up, and that one good by Courtney. That one up, and that one no good. Rebound by the Mustangs. They will push the ball the other way. They lead 13-8, 6 minutes left in the second quarter. 3 ball by Church. That one's good. Drano Mary Church.
Wow, that was a shot. That was just, coaches love to see when you take those outside shots and they connect. And we're taking those outside shots and they're not. So.
And that's really been the difference right there. Just 3-point shooting so far tonight in the Mustangs. Just better percentage as the Knights. Triple team right there. Janice will lose the ball.
Something I've noticed about the Lady Knights is as soon as they start getting a deficit, they kind of start taking those outside shots and try to get those threes because they're really trying to rack up points and lower that deficit. But they just need to play their ball. They need to slow things down, possess on offense, and stop, getting so tired on defense.
Davis, I couldn't agree with you any further. It feels like when the Knights get down into a game, especially early, I feel like they have to make up that deficit in 3 or 4 possessions. But, as they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, and, a 6-point, 8-point, 10-point, 12-point, deficit isn't going to come back in one possession. You have to build up little by little and get on those runs. And at the end of the day, basketball is truly a game of runs.
I mean, it is, it's a stamina game, and I think the Knights are just getting burnt on defense. They're playing out on their guys. They're really trying to stop that pass, and they're leaving someone open. And then they're also just getting tired when they possess. So if they could slow things down, I think that'll really be a deciding factor in this game from here forward.
Yeah, and as you know, playing lacrosse, it's not always about guarding the guy with the ball. It's guarding the guy who is going to get the ball. And you have to have that sixth sense, that basketball IQ to say, hey, where is, for example, Mary Church going to go with the ball next? Good move right there from Janice. Floater, that one a little bit too strong. Rebound by the Mustangs. They lead 16-8, 5:15 left in the second quarter. That one will be off the fingertips of Courtney and will stay Mustangs ball.
You know, Waddle, as we were talking to Coach Porto for the game, you know, he told us 1 in 11 were the people to watch, and he wasn't lying. Waddle's getting all those rebounds. She's a great defensive player, and then you've got Church just taking those long shots that are just sinking, you know?
Yeah, and she's not only sinking those long shots, but she's orchestrating this offense. And, you know, as we see Church now with the ball, and tries to find Waddle, and that will go off a night. That one is London Stafford, that one goes off of.
The Courtney sisters getting subbed off for London Stafford.
That one will be around in the corner. Mustangs will turn the ball over. Long with the ball. Long now with the ball. And she will find a Knight into the paint to Janice.
Janice takes it out, like I said, possessing that ball. That's what we need to do. God, and then Reese just drives down.
Janice, good lay right there, using the right hand to her advantage. And the Knights get their first points in a while.
That is what happens when we possess. You know, Reese tried to drive it. She realized it wasn't working, passed it out. Janice got that easy lay. And I think if the Knights keep doing that, this will be a very winnable game.
As we see a steal right there from Janice, as the Knights have numbers. A 2-on-1. Reese long, easy lay, no good. As Mary Church will get the ball and drive back the other way. Past half court, Church will find one of her teammates in the paint, and that one will be a foul. As we will see Katie Collins go to the line to shoot two. Collins using her height to her advantage.
Yeah, that layup from long. Just need a little more ketchup on that hot dog, you know. Need a little more power, and it didn't even get over the rim, but that's fine sometimes, you know.
Yeah, sometimes you feel like you're too open, you know, and you take it for granted before you even make the shot. You count your tickets before they hatch.
You're like, oh, I'm making this. Like, I don't even need to try, and then you don't try, and it doesn't go in. That is another thing. I think the Lady Knights, they're down, and they're just like, oh, we lost. And I think a lot of teams suffer from that, and that mindset game is really a big factor for the Lady Knights so far. I mean, you 93-11, you got to be thinking, yeah, we're not winning this game, and that might have set them back.
Yeah, and you know, when you start off a season 0-4 and you have such a big loss, it's a big thing about a mental game and having to recover from that. As Mustangs lead 16-10, 4:12 left in the second quarter of play. As the Lady Knights will break down their huddle. Just a reminder, we will have the men's game later on tonight. Scheduled tip-off for 7:30, but will be pushed back with the girls' game being pushed back an extra 30 minutes. So we will see the start time of that, and we'll let you know in the chat when that game will be started up.
Yeah, the JV dragging on for a little bit longer than I expected, but it was a good match.
And the good thing is JV now 5-0 on the season. The JV men's team rolling here early on.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to start broadcasting their games if they're putting up numbers like that. Tristan English got in. Got a little physical, but, you know, we recover.
I'm here to, you need a little physicality sometimes, you know?
That's what these Lady Knights lead.
As that will be a foul on Janice. And we will see Iris Smith go to the line to shoot two.
Maybe a little less physicality than that.
The Knights already with 2 fouls here in the quarter. Mustangs with 4.
Oh.
That one up, and that one no good.
Kind of a weird
long
form there.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit of a doubt.
As we will see Kate Champion come off the court for the Knights. The second shot of 2. That one up, that one is no good as well. Smith goes 0 for 2 from the line, and that will go off and be Knights ball.
What an odd free throw form. I don't think I've seen something like that before.
I mean, if it works, it works, but obviously going 0 for 2 there might need to tweak up the mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, that had a lot of arc to it, I'll say that. That was going way in the air. I think that was going over the backboard at one point, so.
That one out of bounds off the Mustangs. Knights will retain possession. They are down by 6 here in the second quarter. 4 minutes left to play.
Knights starting to move the ball. I think that's what they really need. I think Coach Porter's realizing that. We've got
Sambi with the ball. She will pass it, and that will be a turnover. Mary Church will push the ball up court. That one up. That one is no good, and that will be off the Knights. So Waddle will inbound the ball. Looking for a fellow Mustang teammate will find Church. That one off her fingertips. Sambi with the steal. As it looked like Courtney hits the deck hard right there.
Yeah, you got Divyakola with the good tip, giving it to Sambi. So.
Now coming into the game for the Mustangs will be Marshall. And Smith will be coming out, so a like-for-like substitution as, two of the bigger players trying to, use those big bodies in the paint for the Mustangs and try to overpower. As we've seen that so far tonight, just getting a lot of offensive rebounds and getting those second and third chance points by the Mustangs.
Mustangs really not scoring a lot recently. I think that they wanted to get those bigger players and to kind of maybe try to split up the defense a little bit, try to draw a couple more guys, find the open man again. They're really starting to struggle with that, and now they're kind of scrambling, taking those outside shots, trying to get those easy free throws.
Yeah, as we saw, in the first quarter, those three-point shots were hitting. Now second half kind of cooling off. So when your three-pointers aren't hitting, you have to put the ball in the paint and let those, big centers do work. Corner three right there off the side of the backboard. Offensive rebound by the Mustangs, and that will be a foul. We will see Marshall go to the line to shoot two, as the Mustangs drawn a lot of fouls here in the last couple of possessions.
I mean, it really is like you have a very physical team playing against a very timid team. And you're kind of seeing how that's playing out. A lot of fouls on the East Rowan ladies, but yeah, they're playing their ball.
Another moon ball right there, almost airballs it, but hits the front part of the rim.
God, that was going into orbit.
Featherstone into the game as long as cuts for the Mustangs. They are in the backcourt. Roll, second one up, second one is no good. Rebound by Courtney.
That was even higher than the last one.
Courtney now with the ball, looking for a passer. That one will go to Keck. Back out to Courtney, now to Janice in the corner. She will drive, baseline jumper, good. Good floater right there from Callie Janice.
When you sometimes you can kind of tell a player by how they look, and when I look at Keck, I thought she would be a lot more of a defensive player. She could really move the ball. She has a lot of ball skills.
Courtney now with the ball. 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Knights only trail by 2 here. Corner three, that one is a little bit long. Rebound by Courtney, no good. Another rebound, that one no good as well. Ball on the ground, rebound by the Mustangs. They'll go the other way. Ball on the floor, rebound, or steal by Janice. Ball back on the ground. Mustangs have it. They shoot. They no good. Another rebound. Church gets the board. Talk about a hectic possession right there, but Mustangs come out with the bucket.
Zane needs a little breather after that one, so I'll take over for a little bit.
Oh, man. I mean, that's about as hectic as a basketball possession could get right there. Holy.
Yeah. The Knights had a really long shot and then a really short shot, and then it was kind of just like you're playing kickball on the court.
And Janice will get blocked, but also gets fouled. So she will go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. That'll be the Mustangs' 6th foul right there. 2:15 left in the second quarter. Knights trail by 4. First one by Janice. That one's up. That one is good. A friendly roll. Kind of a home bounce right there. Some home cooking with that rim.
Yeah, I mean, the Knights getting a lot of their points from these free throws. I mean, the physicality of East Rowan is kind of starting to, bite them in the tail a little bit. So I think they kind of need to reevaluate their play style because it's obviously they've only scored 2 and we've scored 7, I believe, in the second.
As Janice will knock down another free throw, we'll see Lucy Courtney and Reese Long come into the game for the Knights. Coming out will be Corinne Keck and Sanvi. So Cuts will be dribbling up the ball. Clock about to tick under 2 minutes of play. Good cut right there inside. That one short and will be off the Mustangs. So
passing to Courtney, you kind of see that a lot. These two sisters love passing to each other. They love, kind of playing off each other. I think Abby's a little bit more of the passer, and
and Lucy kind of more of the shooter on this ball club.
Yeah.
As you know, that's a good thing. As you know, they know their strength and they're just trying to play to their strengths.
Got that kind of sisterly connection.
Now Abby Courtney will inbound the ball. Almost a 5-second violation. Will find her sister in the corner. Long two. That one no good. Rebound by the Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a prime example of what I was just talking about. Abby passing to Lucy for a shot. It didn't connect there, but nothing really is tonight.
As we see Janice get the rebound, and yes, she had the look, just couldn't connect with the three. Courtney now with the ball. Pass out to Reese Long. Corner three. That one is short. Rebound by Long. Follows up her shot. She will get fouled. And that's a perfect example. While you follow up your shot, get the offensive rebound, and go to the line to shoot two.
God, East Rowan is really starting to sell this game with these fouls. I mean, we have a chance to tie right now, and I think most, if not all, of our points from the second quarter have come from these free throws. And they're really just starting to let us chip away at this lead and kind of chip away at their aggressive mentality as well.
Yeah, as the Knights now in the bonus. That one up, and no good by Long.
Not a little home cook and roll there.
No. I mean, you can talk about a roll, maybe a roll around the rim, but, that's about all. So we will see the freshman Sarah Naget come into the game. And Courtney coming out. Long shooting the second of two here. That one up, and that one is good. The lead now cut down to one. Mustangs lead 18-17, 1:20 left in the second quarter. Church now with the ball. We're trying to find a backdoor cut. Can't find it. Almost a double dribble. Out into the corner for Waddle. Waddle back to Church. Long three. That one is no good. Rebound by Courtney. Fighting for the ball on the ground, and her sister will pick that ball up, not pushing the ball the other way. Out to Naget. Naget will find Janice. Baseline cut. That one blocked. Gets the ball back off the glass and good. The Knights take the first lead of the night. Under a minute to go here in the second quarter.
Church driving it down as
Church going to have to take over this game. We've seen her be the star player. As a steal by Reese Long. Knights will be going the other way. Reese Long, easy layup. That was no good. Her second easy missed layup of the night. Ball on the floor, and Mustangs will get the ball. They have a player wide open down court. Can they find her? And a double dribble.
That really saved us. Reese Long kind of not really making these easy shots, kind of just leaving them short. I think she thinks she's like, oh, I'm wide open, like I can just make the shot, no problem. And it's kind of just, again, nipping her in the tail. Could be something to do with the thumb injury, I don't know. But yeah.
I mean, that's 4 points now that she's left over easy layups. I mean, it's a close game like this, late game, and maybe after the game, you're going to look at those 4 points, but hey, could that have made a big difference? Callie Janice, corner three, that one is long. Mustangs now will have the ball. Church pushing the ball up court. Under 15 seconds of play. Out to Waddle. Waddle will pass the ball inside. Rebound by Janice. Now under 10 seconds. Janice driving down. Layup. That one is no good, but she will go to the line to shoot another 2 free throws. Callie Janice just racking up those shots from the line tonight.
Really drawing those fouls. I mean, as the Lady Knights, she's one of the only people playing a physical game besides Reese, I would say. So
and if you're Janice, her mentality right now is, I'm going to drive in. If you don't want to give me an easy layup, well, I'm going to get that foul and get those 3 throws. So she's made every 3 throw so far tonight. A problem with her earlier this season was she's missing those 3 throws and getting the line a lot. But when you can get to the line like she can and make those 3 throws, it makes a massive difference.
I mean, she and Reese Long have single-handedly, bumped this deficit up to a little bit of a positive surplus.
Waddle over to Church. Long three. That one off the top of the glass. And the Knights will hold a 20-18 lead.
A shot like that will just make you suck your teeth. You go.
So teams will head to the locker room. Lady Knights lead 20-18. Stick with us. Halftime intermission coming up next here on the LNC Sports Network. Welcome back here to the LNC Sports Network. Knights lead the Mustangs 20-18. Third quarter play starts now. I'm Zane Metz. Alongside me for the second half of play will be Palmer Hayes. So Palmer, the Knights trailed early in this game. A nice second quarter burst to get them back on top. What are your thoughts of the first half and then going into the first half?
I think from seeing and watching them play, it's super fast-paced. I'd love to see them slow the ball down and set up a play. It's super low scoring just because they're letting up easy buckets in transition, and especially the three ball. I'd love to see a switch the second half for sure.
As we're trying to get the clock sorted, we'll let them do that real quick. So we got all that sorted thanks to Athletic Director Matthew Schlegel, and the second half will start now. Handoff right there for Church. Church now in the corner, three ball. That one up, that one no good. Rebound by the Mustangs, another offensive rebound. Church with the ball, top of the key. Looking for a passer, and defense by Long. Waddle now with the ball. Pass out to the corner, drive right-handed lay. That one will be Knights ball. An offensive foul. And that one's costly for the Mustangs as they could have tied that game up going in to start the third quarter. Now we'll keep that deficit at 2. Courtney now with the ball. Past half court, and she will get fouled.
Seen a lot of these hard fouls early in the game as girls are pushing people to their left. It just kind of shows the importance of using both your hands and being able to go and shift back and forth, especially early on in the game.
So we will see Courtney inbound the ball.
What are those Gatorade? I've never seen this.
Reese Long will nice little behind the back move, and that will be up and no good. Mid-range jumper misses. Rebound by Keck, and that will stay Knights ball. Courtney will inbound it. 7:16 left in the third quarter. Knights keep a 2-point advantage. Ball on the floor. A fight for it, and that will be a jump ball. And it will be Knights ball. Abby Courtney with the inbound. Courtney averaging 7 points so far this year. Her sister's stuck, and Long will come out with the ball. Looking for a pass, who will find Callie Janice. Janice will hand it off to Long, driving right side, double team, back to Janice. Out in the corner, three ball. That one no good. Rebound by Long. Long right-handed lay, and that will be off the Mustangs, so she hit the deck hard.
The Mustangs in the 2-3 zone, something that you don't see a whole lot here in the women's varsity basketball. I'd like to see them adjust early on with this man, or in this zone. We saw a man quite a bit in the first half.
A big three right there from Reese. Long gets the Knights started off hot here in the third quarter. Play, they lead by 5 now. Church with the ball, pass out in the corner, pull-up jumper. That one high, that one air ball. Rebound by Janice, fell right in the bread basket for her. Courtney now with the ball, will slow down the ball, find Janice in the corner. Corner will find Reese. Back to Courtney. Courtney top of the key, bounce pass to her sister, three ball. That one up, no good. Offensive rebound, and that one will be no good as well. As ball on the floor, and that's got to be a foul, but no call. Church will come out with the ball. Passes half court. Mustangs have numbers. Waddle pump fake will drive in, right-handed lay. That one no good. She will get to the line and shoot 2. As Palmer, a low-scoring game so far tonight. The Knights are going to have to play really good defense, to end out this game if they want to, cap off their potential first win of the season.
For sure. In all the games that I've seen, they've gotten down really early and almost given up towards the end of the game. I'd like to see them stick through, and even with such a low-scoring game, I'd love to see the defense pick up a lot more and stop letting up easy transition buckets and get back on defense for sure.
And one thing I do have to say is free throws are going to be massive for both sides right there, as we see Waddle go 1 for 2. As especially Callie Janice for the Knights, they've had a lot of free throws, converted a lot of them in the second quarter, and that's what got them into this lead. So free throws are going to be massive for both sides going down the stretch. Hard screen right there from Courtney, crossover, And that goes nowhere. Cross-court pass along. Long three ball. That one up. That one rims out. Offensive rebound by Janice. No good. And the Mustangs will have the ball. Waddle now looking for a passer. Church calling for the ball, but she can't get it to her. Crossover by Waddle. Step back. Church now with the ball. Kicked around. As the Knights playing a 2-3 zone of their own. Pass it to the middle. That one up, that one no good. Offensive rebound. Oh, and that's a great lay right there. And Waddle would get the bucket. Courtney pushes the ball up court. Long pull-up jumper. That one up, that one no good. A little bit long. Mustangs trying to push the tempo. That one no good. Rebound by Church and up and good. Mustangs tie up this game with a quick 5-0 run.
We've seen a lot of second chance points today. I'd love to see some box out and get back on defense for sure. As Reese Long pivots, kicks to Lucy.
Courtney now with the ball, and will find her sister. Corner three up and no good. Rebound by the Mustangs. Fight for in the paint. And Church will come out with the ball. Up court. Good move and no good. Rebound by Courtney. 4:30 to play. Tie score at 23. And that will be a foul. Courtney will go to the line to shoot two. As we will see number 4, Sadie Featherstone, pick up the foul. And Corey Miller will come to the scores table to check in for the Mustangs. First one up by Courtney. That one is good. Knights take back their lead. As it will be a double substitution, as we will see Wise come into the game as well for the Mustangs. Second one is up and no good by Courtney. She gets her own offensive rebound. Good hustle right there. And we'll find Long in the paint. That one up and blocked. Church wide open down court, but they can't find her. And that will be off Wise. So Isis Smith will come into the game for the Mustangs. Smith's sporting number 42 this year for the Mustangs. Corner three, Reese Long up and air ball. And that will go right to her teammate, luckily, right there. Gonna use that as a pass somewhat, huh?
That was a long ball, a very long ball that luckily ended up in the hands of Abby Courtney.
Knights hold a 1-point lead up, 24-23, 4:10 left in the third quarter. Courtney now with the ball in the corner, pass it to Sanvi. Sanvi out to Long Courtney, corner three, that one no good. Another missed three by the Knights as Sanvi was holding on to that ball for dear life.
A wrap up between 4 in the middle. Wow.
I mean, and you know, Isis Smith is a big girl in the middle, and Sanvi, you know, a kind of a skinnier girl, and she was just holding on to that ball like her life depended on it.
A little David versus Goliath in the third quarter here.
Mustangs with the ball. Church will have the ball top of the key, guarded by Long. Between the legs crossover. And now we'll slow down the pace of the game. Mustangs trail by 1, good cross-court pass. And that one will fall right to a Mustang, that being Isis Smith, and the Mustangs retake the lead. Courtney now with the ball. Out to her sister. Another three by the Knights. That one doesn't connect as well. As Palmer, the Knights really struggling with the three ball here in the third quarter.
That is the 4th ball I've seen rim out. I'd love to see them kind of adjust the 3-point and push the ball more inside. I mean, it's tough, especially this close of a game. I'd love to see a lot more balls be kicked to the corner, a lot more offense being played early on.
So we'll see the Mustangs push the ball past half court. They lead 25-24, 3:11 left in the third quarter. Pull-up jumper right there, and that one is money. Good shot right there by number 12, Corey Miller. Mustangs now lead by 3. Courtney passed along, that one getting blocked. Good defense right there by Cuts. So we will see Hayden Crumbles come into the game the junior. Inbound by Courtney. She will find her sister, and that one tipped out of bounds as we will see Miller get her hands in the passing lanes.
Really nobody getting open early for the Knights here as Reese Long gets the ball.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of movement on those inbound passes.
No, especially in that 2-3 zone, you can see a lot of disruption towards the middle for sure.
And Palmer, as you know, when you have the ball in kind of the half-court scenario against a 2-3 zone, the best place to work the ball is the middle.
Exactly. We saw the wrap-up earlier on in the game, 4 people in the middle, but kicking the ball towards the middle, especially towards the center, and getting an easy pull-up is big in that situation.
Yeah, and you know how you can work around that 2-3 zone? Pass the ball in the middle to one of your big guys. If they get surrounded, pass it out outside and try to hit down a 3. The Knights have been kind of playing that offensively, but just haven't been able to knock down those 3s.
Ball movement's huge, as we've seen the Knights rim out a few from the three-point range. But I'd like to see them push up, maybe a pump fake, and get towards the middle for sure, like you said.
Knights trail by 3, 27-24, 2:25 left in the third quarter. Easy lay right there for Corinne Keck.
There's pushing it towards the middle early on.
That's just bad defense by the Mustangs, as she could have set up a picnic blanket right there to score that bucket. Church with the ball. Will stop and find Smith. Pull-up jumper right there. That one is good. A friendly bounce for the Mustangs as Wise will get the jumper. And the Mustangs extend their lead back to 3. Courtney will drive in, double team, find Keck. Good move right there. No good. Rebound by Smith. Smith to Church. Crossover. And will push the ball by herself, and that one is no good, but a foul will be committed by the Knights. That one will be on Courtney. That'll be Crumble's first foul of the Knights, and Church will go to the line to shoot 2.
Seen a lot of free throws here. We'll see if she can knock them down.
First one up by Church. It is good.
Zane, you can slowly hear the energy pick up in the building as Mustangs go back to back with the Knights. It'll be interesting to see how this game plays out as we roll into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and as we're talking about this series all the time, these two teams split the games last year with the respective teams winning their home games. But the all-time series, the Knights lead 3-1. So we'll try to extend it to 4-1 after tonight, a foul on Long. So Mary Church will pick up her 4th foul of the game, and that's big right there from Church. 1 foul from fouling out, and that's their best player right there. They're going to have to watch her foul trouble.
She played pretty much all of the first half, and it's been interesting to see how the game has played out with her facilitating the offense, and letting her be out is definitely a key component missing for the Mustangs as we go into the fourth.
As if you're the Knights, you want to get that Church that final foul is. I think if the Mustangs lose Church here in the fourth quarter, they have a very, more lesser chance of winning this ball game. Ball on the ground, and that'll be a timeout. Good call right there from Coach Michael Porter. So we will let the teams discuss it as the Mustangs lead 31-26, 1:11 left in the third quarter of play here on the LNC Sports Network. We are back from that quick timeout by Coach Michael Porter as his Lady Knights trail 31-26. That one out of bounds and will be off cut.
The Mustangs still in a 2-3 zone early on. It's been interesting to see how the Knights have reacted as the 3 ball has been key for them. Just not a lot of shots going in as we see Reese Long kick out to Abby Courtney.
As that pass by Courtney tipped around, and we'll find a Knight player pull-up jumper. Reese Long, that one no good. And the Mustangs will come out with the rebound. Mustangs now have numbers, push the ball up court, saved, but into the hands of Callie Janice, now up to Long. Long will drive in, right-handed lane, no good, and that will be a charge. Good work right there by Corey Miller, putting her body on the line for the Mustangs, and they will get the ball back. As we see the third section fired up over that call. As up in arms, not agreeing with the ref right there. Push the ball inside, and that will be a foul on Collins. So 31.3 seconds left in the third quarter. Mustangs lead by 5, and a chance to extend it to 7 here off the back of 2 free throws by Katie Collins. So Callie Janice will pick up the foul. That'll be her third personal. Kate Champion at the scorers table. We'll see who she will be coming in for. And it will be for Callie Janice after she picks up her third personal. As if you're tuning in for the girls' game, make sure to stick with us here on the LNC Sports Network for the second of this double header here tonight. For the men's affairs, bound to be a good one against 2 great programs here in the Southern Piedmont 3A Conference. Reese Long will get the rebound and will drive the ball left side, take it back up, and we'll try to find a passer. She finds Courtney. Clock now under 20. 3-ball line, Long, no good, as the Knights have not been able to convert on their threes here tonight.
The Mustangs have been pushing towards the corners a whole bunch, trapping Abby and Lucy early on in this game, which has been interesting. I want to see them make an adjustment and keep the ball towards the middle of the floor.
And that will be a buzzer beater shot almost right there, as we will see the clock wind down. As good work from the Mustangs, as we'll see Katie Collins get the bucket, and they now lead by 7. So we'll be back here for the fourth quarter play here on the LNC Sports Network, as the Mustangs lead the Knights 33-26. Knights now with the ball, fourth quarter play. They trail 33-26. As they will work the ball and get double teamed. Good steal right there from Featherstone.
There's the Mustangs pushing it towards the corners and getting an easy steal.
As you know, if you're the Mustangs, the sidelines are your friends right there. They kind of act as that third defender when you're kind of a double teaming a player.
Up by 7, that's a big steal. As a long 2 knocked down.
Yeah, and the lead will now extend to 9 as the Mustangs kind of pulling away here in the fourth quarter. And that will be a foul on Wise. First one of the quarter for the Mustangs. Courtney will inbound the ball and will find Reese Long. Long pump fakes a 3, will drive in. Right-handed lay, she will get fouled. And sometimes I feel like The Knights, when they drive in, they're not even looking for the bucket. They're looking for the foul more than the bucket.
Exactly. We've seen that a lot with Callie Janice pushing the ball up the floor and just looking for a foul. They've been a lot more accurate with the free throws, as we saw a few air balls last game. It's been huge free throw game. It's almost been pretty much the majority of their points today.
As a friendly roll right there from Long, and that one will hit. A spin right there with the ball, and a good. Knights deficit cut to 7. Pass inside, and the ball on the floor looked like a foul right there, but no call by the ref. Courtney now with the ball in the corner, double team, and that'll be off Kate Chapin. Just like you said, Palmer, pushing them into the corners and, trapping them and really working it towards the Mustangs' advantage.
Exactly. The coaches get to make the adjustment and get the ball towards the center of the court, but I feel like once they get the ball towards the center of the court, it's an immediate trap from 3 or 4 Mustangs, as this trap's really working throughout this third and fourth quarter.
A massive 3-ball right there as the Mustangs extend their lead to double digits, as Wides will knock down the jumper. Mustang lead now up to 10. They lead 38-28. 6:30 left in the fourth quarter. Cross-court pass to Courtney. Pull-up jumper, that one long. Easy rebound by Featherstone. Good pass inside, and that will be a block by Kate Champion and will stay Mustang ball. .6:14 now left in the fourth quarter, as we will see Callie Janice check it to the game. And a Kate Champion will come out. As we will see a pass into the corner, Mustangs working the ball around, drive inside, and that's a big miss right there, and the ball will be kept in bounds. Good hustle. Wides with the ball, top of the key. And now a pass inside, that one up, that one no good. Rebound by Courtney. And that would be a foul on the floor, as we kind of see Katie Collins using her height to her advantage, as the Mustangs just feeding it inside to her and letting her do work.
Exactly, and that kind of goes along with what you were saying about the Knights being so young and so small. You can see teams especially get in the post and dominate early on in games.
So, again, that foul sorted out, and foul would be on number 12, Corey Miller. Mustangs lead by 10, 38-28, 5:45 left here in the fourth quarter. 3-ball right there from Long, that one no good, and that would be an over and back call on Katie Collins.
The Knights are yet to hit a 3, especially in the corners where they've gotten trapped all game by the Mustangs. It's been really tough.
And when you look, if the Knights lose this game and they look back, what's going to be the big emphasis? 3-point shooting. That's something that Coach Porter's going to have to harp on this week in practice going into Friday night.
Exactly. I think the free throw percentage has definitely gone up, and drawing free throws has been huge today, as it's really kept them in this game from being 20, 30-point blowout. But that's definitely something to harp on with Coach Porter in the coming weeks, and especially going into the next game.
As Sarah Negrete will come into the game. Negrete, as Coach Porter needs a sub. And looks like Negrete will get her chance to come in. As Negrete will replace Reese Long, and we will see Ava Anderman come in for the Mustangs. Wise inbounding the ball. Mustangs still hold their 10-point advantage. Pass inside. That one comes up short. Rebound by Courtney. Ball on the floor, and the Knights will come up with it. And that will be a foul on Sadie Featherstone. So with that being the 5th foul, the Knights now in the bonus, and Palmer, that could play a huge factor if the Mustangs keep fouling like this and it's a foul trouble late game. The Knights getting to the line have already converted a lot of free throws earlier. That's going to add to their tally and coming back in this game.
For sure, as the Mustangs get deeper into this game, they're going to find out that the Knights have definitely increased their free throw percentage as the Knights, especially as the night has gone on. And keeping them out of the line is actually just going to increase their margin larger and larger as the game goes on.
As we will see the Mustangs 2-star players, Waddle and Church, come into the game. A reminder, Mary Church with 4 fouls already, so she's going to have to watch herself on the defensive end and make sure to not pick up that critical 5th foul.
Again, Zane, that's a key player that the Mustangs can't lose with 5 minutes left.
Church now with the ball. And now we'll go off Waddle, and the Knights will get the ball back. Deficit still 10 points. Courtney will dribble the ball up. She'll find her sister. And over to Janice, top of the key. Janice dribbles around. Good defense right there by Wise. Courtney in the corner, and that will be tipped out of bounds and stay Knights ball. As we were saying, the men's game was scheduled for tip-off at 7:30, but that tip-off is probably going to be pushed back to around 8:10 after the JV game and now the women's game running late. Janice with the ball, top of the key, thinks about taking that 3, but will drive in inside, and that will be a travel. As Palmer, when you're down by 10 with almost 4 minutes to go, you can't have sloppy possessions like that. And as one Bob McKillop said, sloppiness is a disease.
Exactly, Zane. Looking for key shots, important in this game with 4 minutes left.
And as you're talking about sloppiness is a disease, when you have one player being sloppy in the court, that kind of rubs off on all the teammates, and that's important to make sure everybody's on the same page and make sure, especially when you're down by 10 like this, you got to be firing on all cylinders. Pass inside to Smith, now back out to Church. 3 ball, top of the key, no good. Rebound by the Mustangs. Church gets her board, and that will be up and no good. Easy lay, miss, another rebound by Smith, and that is just way too easy for Isis Smith.
Those are second chance points that the Knights just can't give up in this game for sure.
3 ball by Courtney, that one up, that one no good. Another missed 3 by the Knights. Negrete tries to get the pass, but that'll be a kick ball off the foot of Waddle. Now coming into the game will be Reese Long, and coming out will be Hayden Crumbles. Reese Long in the corner, 3 ball, that one's an air ball, and the Knights' 3-point struggles continue here late on into this game. Up the court, drive in, and that one is good as Mary Church extends her game-leading tally of points. Clock now ticking under 3 minutes as the Mustangs lead 42-28. It's almost a little camera mishap right there, but we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. Courtney pull-up jumper, that one's short, and the ball tipped around, and Palmer, you're astonished that's not a foul.
I mean, there's been a few times this game that, as a fan, you can't really not be astonished. As we see a foul on Callie Janice. Oh! The offensive foul going the other way. Callie Janice with the charge.
Maybe a little bit of a makeup call right there.
Exactly. We've seen a lot of back and forth today as the Mustangs pull away with a 14-point lead with less than 3 minutes to go.
As if you're the Knights, you're going to need kind of a miracle here, as you've only scored 28 points all game, and you need 14 here in the final 30 minutes of play. Long, 3 ball, they need it, and they will get it. Actually, that's a pull-up jumper, excuse me. So a long 2, lead now cut to 12, as we will see Church push the ball up the court for the Mustangs. Inside to Smith. Smith using her big frame. Will get the offensive rebound, and just way too easy for Smith on the inside.
She's had 3 or 4 of these possessions where she's chucked up a shot and had 2 or 3 second chance points as we see a steal on number 11 pushing it up the court.
And now we'll find Church, and way too easy with the right-handed lay as the Knights are falling apart like a soup sandwich here late.
That may seal the deal with 2 minutes to go as Abby Courtney pushes up the ball to her sister Lucy.
As you know, Palmer, you got to be disappointed if you're the Knights. You know, you had that lead at halftime, a minimal lead of 2 points, but so far here in the second half, the Mustangs have outscored you by 18 points.
I think, Zane, you can also look at it in an optimistic way after losing by almost 83 points against West Rowan. With us only losing by 16, I feel like we're making bigger strides as we face higher competition as the season progresses.
So we will see London Stafford coming to the game for the Lady Knights, and coming out will be the junior guard, Lucy Courtney. 46-31, 152 left in the fourth quarter. That one up and that one good. Church now with the ball. As the Mustangs still trying to push the tempo up here late. 3-ball, that one good. As the Mustangs just raining it down on the Knights here late.
Increases the Mustangs' lead to 16 now with less than a minute and a half to go. As Abby Courtney pushes, rebound Reese Long.
Oh, when she hits the deck hard the Lady Mustangs, they play a physical game, don't they, Palmer?
Exactly. We've seen countless fouls. I think we also have to give credit to Callie Janice and the Knights with drawing constant fouls, especially on the right side of the rim. It's actually been a joy to see them on the line tonight.
As you know, I have to say, if we're giving a player of the game tonight, with this tough loss, it has to be Callie Janice. She has to have a season high tonight in points, and really been a big factor tonight. She's only averaging 7 coming into this game. She had to have double digits just off 3 throws, and she's really pushed the tempo and showed, hey, girls, we need to be physical when we play good teams like the Mustangs.
I think the game flow as well is a lot different than when they played West Rowan. I feel like they're getting to the line a lot more, and they're actually setting up plays. I felt like with West Rowan was just letting them do whatever they wanted to them. They weren't even drawing up plays, and they were just chucking up shots. They couldn't really get the ball up past half court, and it's been nice to see them progress throughout this game, even with this tough loss.
Yeah, with that West Rowan, Palmer, I know you went out to watch that game against the Falcons. That one will be a double dribble. Palmer, as you were saying, watching that game against West Rowan, what did you think there being in the stands, at the Falcons' home territory?
Zane, it was purely a sight to see. In my 16 years of living, I have never seen a blowout over 80 points before, and it was tough to watch, but like I said, you also have to look at it through an optimistic lens and see that the Knights have
a bright future ahead, I must say.
For sure.
As Long will get poked in the eye, she's just getting beat up here late game. A minute to go. Mustangs lead 48-32.
Knights in the bonus here as Reese Long goes to the line. No one was.
As Long will get her chance at the charity stripe. First one up, and that one is good by Reese Long. And, look, another optimistic thing for the Knights must be, with getting Reese Long back into the team, that's your star player. And that's going to be good going into the later parts of the season.
I think that contributed also to that 80-point loss was obviously Reese Long wasn't there, and the leadership also wasn't there. Even with not a lot of upperclassmen on the team, they're looking for a sophomore in Reese Long to lead the team. And with her not being there, it's been really tough for sure.
As we will see a timeout be called. As we have a minute to go here in the fourth quarter of play. As we hope you enjoyed this broadcast, an LNC Sports Network presentation. And please stick with us for the men's game, as that tip-off will be scheduled, I must say, about, 8:10? Probably somewhere in that range, 8:05, 8:10, depending on how long the end of this game takes and warm-ups and all that good stuff. But we'll keep you updated in the chat when that game starts so you can watch the second leg of this varsity doubleheader. So we'll see Wise inbound the ball for the Mustangs. So Church now with the ball, and that will be intercepted. So the possession error will favor the Mustangs. 52.8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Church now pushing the ball, and that will be an easy lay right there. And that will be missed. As this game getting kind of scrappy at the end of this game. As the Gretates will try to get that one, and the Mustangs will come up with the ball.
Wouldn't mind seeing the Mustangs dribble the ball out.
As that would be a corner three right there. So much for dribbling the ball, but we can put a three in your mouth.
Abbey Corner is about to do the same here. Calling it right now.
Janice now with the ball, getting double teamed. Courtney will find Reese Long in the corner. Corner three, that one no good.
Dagger.
And rebound by the Mustangs. Clock now ticking under 5. And that one will go out of bounds and will be Knights ball. 1.1 left on the clock. So Janice will inbound the ball to Courtney, and she'll have the last shot of this game. Chuck it up, and that one would have counted anyway, I don't think, but that was a pretty good effort. So the Knights drop to 0-5 on the season, and the Mustangs go to 3-2. As we will be back later for the men's game, as the East Rowan Mustangs win 51-34. Stick with us here on the LNC Sports Network. Men's game coming up next. And welcome into Lake Norman Charter High School, the home of the Knights, as we have a conference matchup between Lake Norman Charter and East Rowan. I'm Zane Metz. Alongside me tonight will be Palmer Hayes with this presentation of the LNC Sports Network. Braden Wilkie will lose the tip, but it would fall to Owen Kuhn as Braylon Ireland will have the ball top of the key. So Palmer, a big game tonight, both teams trying to get their first conference win of the season. What are you looking for tonight?
Looking forward to a good, clean game. The Knights ended up losing against West Rowan by 4 in a tough loss a couple days ago, and I'm looking for them to rebound, play a clean game, and especially attack with this press that they've been so successful with, haunting teams like CSC and Huff.
Up court right there, not one good, as we will see number 22, the junior Jaden Reed with the bucket. McConaughey head over to Ireland. Screen right side by Kuhn. Ireland out to Braden Wilkie in the corner, 3 ball. That one no good, short. And that will be a rebound by Wimbola.
Braden Wilkie's been super successful lately, earning the privilege to be on the Charlotte Observer as one of the nominees. He had 19 points last game against West Rowan, and then the game before against Huff, he had 18. Looking to capitalize tonight on the 3 ball.
Good rebound right there by Wilkie, as he's the second leading scorer for the Knights so far this season, averaged 12.5 points. Drive right there from McConaughey, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. And Palmer, free throws are going to be one thing that we really emphasize in tonight's game, as the Knights only went 15 for 28 from the line, shooting 54%. If the Knights would have knocked down a little bit more of their free throws, they would have won that ball game.
Just like the girls' game, there's got to be a huge emphasis on free throws tonight for sure.
So the first one from McConaughey, that one up and that one good. Knights take an early 3-2 lead. McConaughey, the freshman, coming in as the third leading scorer on this ball club, averaging 9 points a game with 2.8 rebounds and 2.5 assists with 3.5 steals as well. A great all-around player, and he knocks down both free throws. Knights now playing their full court press. Double team trap, gets the ball up court. The drive inside, that one will be a foul on Braden Wilkie somehow. That looked pretty clean to me.
That looked really clean to me.
But nonetheless, we will see Drake Jones go to the line to shoot 2. Jones, a skinny player, 5'10", 128.
Actually, the leading scorer for the Mustangs as he goes to the line, shooting 2.
As we'll kind of harp on Drake Jones and Jonathan Wimbola a lot tonight, as they combine for 33.8 of the Mustangs' 52.3 points per game. So those guys, if you get those guys out of the game, the Mustangs really don't have that many other options.
Exactly, just like in the women's game when they got Mary Church out of the game almost early in the fourth quarter, and that helped the Knights, even though they lost by 12.
So Braylon Ireland with the ball. He pump fakes the 3. Pass inside to Kuhn. Kuhn outside Braden Wilkie. Corner 3, no good. Misses his second 3 of the night. Rebound by Wimbola. Up court, rebound that one is an easy lay for Drake Jones. Mustangs with a 6-4 advantage. Allen behind the back will think about the 3, won't take it. Drive in, left-handed lay. That's a good drive and a good layup by PG-10.
Hashtag.
As we will see Jones with the ball. And now Wimbola. Wimbola will pass a 3 ball. That one good by Brady McIntyre.
A lot of scoring early in this game as the Knights trail by 3.
Ireland will pump fake the 3 out to Braden Wilkie. Wilkie will now find McConaughey. And McConaughey step back 3 top of the key. Almost good. And that will be a rebound by the Mustangs. That falling to PJ Butler.
That's Colin McConaughey's bread and butter. His first high school points at CTK were a step back 3, similar to that one, as we see him try to capitalize later on in the game.
5:30 left here in the first quarter. Mustangs lead 9-6. Jones with the ball and will drive in right side. Long 3 right there. That one no good. Rebound by Kuhn. Kuhn using his baseball arm to find McConaughey. Drive in, easy lay. Great pass right there from Owen Kuhn. Jones now with the ball and will find his fellow Mustang teammate. That being P.J. Butler. Butler with the ball, getting double team. Steal from Braylon Ireland. That ball tipped around, and a steal from Jones. Jones and Wimbola, right-handed lay. That one good.
That is not 10
Wimbola with 16 points, averaging on the season coming into this affair.
Jelly fam.
And that one no good. Easy lay from McConaughey, and that's his leading scorer so far tonight for the Knights, that being Colin McConaughey, the freshman. Knights trail by one, 11-10 advantage for the Mustangs. McIntyre with the ball, and we'll find Jones.
His haircut's atrocious. Dude, have you ever seen
Jones will try to find a passer, and that'll be a corner three. That one no good. Easy lay by the Mustangs. It's right place, right time for P.J. Butler. Actually, it'll be Jaden Reed. Allen with the ball. Thinks about the three, won't take it. Over to Kuhn. Kuhn now to Major League, getting his first touch of the evening. Drive in, left-handed lay. That one no good. Goes to the line to shoot two.
Something I find interesting about this young LNC team is that both point guards are actually lefty, both Colin McConaughey and Major League.
And that's something to look out for. Team, when you're playing basketball, you are taught to just push the ball to the guy to the left side. But when they're left-handed, that changes the whole ball game.
Exactly. In the girls' game, we saw a lot of girls being shaded to their left as they couldn't use their left. Obviously, at this level, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's still kind of same storyline.
So after Braden Wilkie goes 0 for 2 from 3, he will be subbed out for Jay Morgan. As we see a switch in the starting lineup, Jay Morgan starting off the year, being a starter, not coming off the bench in favor of Braden Wilkie, as he's had the hot hand as of late.
I think that's just the beauty about LNC basketball is actually how deep they go this year, especially in that power forward / small forward slot.
Yeah, I mean, Coach K loves a deep team every single year and likes to use that rotation. Good pass by Major League up to McConaughey, right-handed lay, and that will be a foul. So McConaughey will go back to the line to shoot yet another free throw.
As usual, we see this press being very effective as of late, giving way to 3 or 4 fast break layups that have either resulted in free throws or easy layups.
McConaughey had that one up and that one good. So we'll see Jones with the ball. Knights now lead by 1 off the back of 2. McConaughey had 3 throws. Butler with the ball. And we'll find Reed. Drive in, good move right there, and that's an easy bucket for Jones. Gets him jumping out of his shoes. Jones, the senior, averaging 17.8 points per game for the Mustangs, leading the team. Ireland long 3, and that one, no good, no goal at the end of that rainbow. And a good offensive rebound by Owen Kuhn into Jay Morgan, right-handed lay. That one up, no good. And the Mustangs will come down with the rebound. We see Butler with the ball. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Mustangs lead 15-14. Foul on the floor by the Knights.
Don't let it touch the floor.
So now we will see Jones inbound the ball for the Mustangs. As the 5 on the floor for the Knights, we have Smith, Drew Johnson, Owen Kuhn, Braylon Ireland, and Jay Morgan. 3 in the corner, good double team right there, and almost an up and down. And that one no good, tipped around. Offensive rebound will go to the Mustangs, but now a defensive rebound by Kuhn. Kuhn will push the ball the other way. The lefty will drive in, good Euro step, and a left-handed lay by Owen Kuhn. And Kuhn, he's a big guy, but one thing that really stands out to me, Homer, I know stands out to you playing baseball with him, is his pure speed.
I mean, it's crazy for his size, especially his lateral quickness. As we see the Mustangs struggle to get the ball off the court.
And a 10-second violation right there. But as you're talking about Owen Kuhn, just his lateral speed, how big he is.
Exactly. I mean, you can see he can finish on both sides of the basket, and he's just been a key part of this Knights offense, especially in the press with Colin McConaughey and him in the backcourt.
As talking about Kuhn, we'll see him come out of the game in favor of Langston Holder. Langston didn't get too many varsity minutes coming into last game, but went 2 from 3 from the field and now getting some more varsity minutes coming up from JV. A great cut right there from Drew Johnson, and that is great basketball IQ and a great bounce pass right there from Jay Morgan.
Speaking of speed, Drew Johnson with the bucket on the cut. I mean, another big part of this press early on this game.
And talking about speed, he's a track star, one of the best in the nation in his age group in the 1600, actually won the Junior Olympics in the 1600, as that man can move.
Another thing that stands out with me for him is he's a 3-sport athlete playing football, basketball, and track.
A 3 right there from Drake Jones, and that ties up this game. 18-18, 1:30 left in the first quarter. Turnover by Isaiah Smith and regained by Johnson. Braylon Ireland, great pump fake right there. Got him jumping but can't finish. As, man, we saw PJ Butler almost jump into the stands. As Ireland mad with himself, he couldn't finish off that right there. As we'll see him come out of the game in favor of Colin McConaughey.
We can see the Knights kind of break away from the press, but they still are pressing quite a bit, especially towards the beginning of the court.
As that one in the paint, and that will be a tie-up. Great work by Langston Holder getting his hands in there on the ball, and the Knights will have possession. 18-18 game, 1:13 left in the first quarter. We have a good one here in Huntersville. We'll see what the Knights run in this half court, as McConaughey will get a screen by Holder. Holder now with the ball will pass it to Jay Morgan. Morgan looking for a passer, finds Isaiah Smith. Smith now over to McConaughey. McConaughey pump fake. Holder jab step to Isaiah Smith. Smith will now step back over to Jay Morgan. Top of the key 3. That one no good. Rebound by McConaughey. Great work on the offensive board, but can't finish it, and the Mustangs will now go the other way. Under 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. And that one up, and that one no good offensive or defensive rebound, I must say, by Jay Morgan. Isaiah Smith now with the ball. Clock almost under 30. McConaughey had a great pump fake, drives in, finds Jay Morgan. That one no good. Rebound by Isaiah Smith. That ball tied up and will go to the Mustangs.
Love the way Coach K is using his bench, especially early in this game. You can see that 4 out of the 5 starters actually subbed out right now. So they're actually going deep into the bench using Drew Johnson, Langston Holder, Jay Morgan, and Isaiah Smith.
You know, running a 9-person deep rotation, actually we'll see, more guys possibly coming to the game like Kason and other players. They can go 10 deep. That's something you really don't see too much in high school basketball. Clock now under 20. Mustangs kicking the ball around. We'll see Jones getting guarded by Drew Johnson. Johnson hounding defense on Jones, nowhere to go. He will find Gibson. Gibson will finally find a pass, ball bounce around in the paint, put up, and that will be a foul on Langston Holder with 1:2 left here in the first quarter. So going to the line to shoot 2 will be number 5, Will Kinsler. As the Mustangs will try to take the lead going into the first quarter intermission.
What are they saying?
Kinsler holding the ball kind of like Giannis right there, just taking a sweet old time. That one up, and that one no good. Short, maybe the Nightmare getting his head a little bit right there. If the Knights right here, you want to get a rebound, put up a quick shot, and hopefully get a half-court prayer. Kingler taking his time again. 3 throw up, and that one will be good. Knights down by 1:2 left. McConaughey will get it, put it up, and that one is no good off the top of the backboard. So the East Rowan Mustangs will hold a 1-point lead going into the second quarter. 19-18. We'll be back here at the LNC Sports Network in just a moment. We're back here, second quarter of play. Mustangs lead 19-18. A close affair here in Huntersville. Ireland with the ball will hand it off to Jay Morgan. Morgan's spin move in the paint will find Ireland. Kuhn in the corner. Lefty three, that one up. That one is no good. Rebound by the Mustangs. Jones with the ball will get a screen. Ireland playing defense, tries to go for the steal, can't get it, as that's a pretty floater right there from Drake Jones. Euro step Ireland, great lay right there, cuts the lead back to 1. 7:17 left in the second quarter, Knights down by 1. Almost a backcourt violation right there. Drive in, tries to find a pass and will get Major Leak on the steal. Up court, Braylon Ireland, easy right-handed lay. Knights get back into the lead.
That's something that the Knights have really emphasized, is cross-court transition buckets for sure. We've seen multiple points, especially off the press, being pushed up by Colin McConaughey and Braylon Ireland.
As we will see, Drake Jones hit the deck. As Jones maybe can't take too much run, only winning 128. Definitely a skinny guard, but kind of use that to his advantage, bobbing and weaving inside the lane.
Exactly. It's definitely working for him so far this year, as he's responsible for 71 of East Rowan's points throughout these first 4 games. This is really surprising.
Inbound by Jones, and now back to Jones in the corner. Great cut right there from Winbola, and that will be up and good, kind of a sky hook right there. Winbola using his height to his advantage. Mustangs now leading by 1. Ireland out to McConaughey. McConaughey now to Jay Morgan. Morgan will find Ireland top of the key, guarded by Winbola. Calls for a screen from Kuhn. Screen right side. Ireland with some space behind the back. Great move over to Kuhn. Lefty lay and 1. Great pass by Braylon Ireland, and that sets up the and 1 by Owen Kuhn.
It's 10's world, we're just living in it. It's 10's world, we're just living in it.
As we see that on his IG captions a lot of the times, and showing off why he's the leading scorer so far for the Knights. Kuhn trying to finish off the and 1 right here. That one good, as Kuhn missed all 4 free throws last Friday night against West Rowan, and now he converts the first one of the night, just trying to get that free throw rhythm back by Kuhn.
4 of the 13 missed free throws in the loss against West Rowan. It just kind of shows how key free throws really are in these close games, especially against these Rowan County schools. They're big, a lot bigger than us, and I feel like we need to stick in the games, especially using free throws to our advantage.
Good drive right there. Defense by Kuhn. No good. Rebound by Morgan. They don't call them free throws for nothing. You just got to convert them to win ball games. Morgan out to Major Leak. Leak now ball top of the key. Will drive left side. Good move. Lefty lay money. Knights extend their lead to 4. Knights now lead 27-23. 5:37 left in the second quarter. Mustangs with the ball, P.J. Butler handles it top of the key. Ball on the ground, getting double teamed, trying to find a passing partner. Be intercepted by Major Leak. Leak now will find Jay Morgan. Righty, lay that one up, that one good. Knights on a run and now up by 6. Jones with the ball. The Nightmare getting into it. As the Mustangs kind of slowing up here in the second quarter, retained a 1-point lead going into the quarter, and now down by 6. Good still, Braylon Ireland right, 80 lay. That one and 1. Braylon Ireland with the tough bucket and the foul.
You can hear the slap from here. That was definitely an and 1.
As the Knights on a great run right now, as they're trying to extend this momentum here in the second quarter. Their second and 1 of the quarter already. That one up and that one good. Braylon Ireland actually is first in the conference in free throws made, and extends that tally right there. As we see the East Rowan Mustangs call a timeout. They are down 32-23, 4:52 left in the second quarter of play. We'll be right back here on the LNC Sports Network for some more Lake Norman Charter Knights basketball. And we're back here from the break. The Knights lead 32-23, 4:52 left in the second quarter. So, Palmer, as you see, the theme tonight for the Nightmare is Adam Sandler. What's actually your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
I have to piggyback off of Davis in the women's game. I'm a big Happy Gilmore guy, for sure. What about you, Zane?
Yeah, I'm a big Happy Gilmore guy right there. That's a great three right there from Drake Jones. Look like he had no angle, but drains that three as Happy Gilmore, just a classic and a great theme by... Oh, that's an and one right there from Braylon Ireland. His second and one of the second quarter.
He's going to be happy. Shout out. You would say that. You would say he's going to be happy.
So, Ireland will go back to the line. That one up, and that one is good. Knights lead 35-26, 4:26 left in the second quarter. Mustangs falling behind here. They need a spark, and the only guy that's been giving it to them so far is Drake Jones. Still right there from Jay Morgan. He's going the other way. Righty, lay that one good. Knights now lead by 11. Another steal. Jay Morgan, oh, and he gets blocked. Rebound by Ireland. That one tipped around and retained by Wimbola. And that will be a foul on the Knights as Wimbola, I mean, he had some smack on that block. So Jay Morgan will be charged with the foul. That's his first one of the evening. As we see Morgan on the floor a lot here in the second quarter, not much Braden Wilkie, but now, as soon as I say not much Braden Wilkie, getting checked in the game for Jay Morgan, but those guys can be interchangeable, two big guards for the Knights.
I mean, it's two completely different players that I think Coach K has really utilized really well, especially early on in the season. Jay Morgan, more of a post player, and Braden Wilkie can knock down the shot, facilitate the offense, and get points on the board for sure. Both incredible players.
So Mustangs with the ball, as I mentioned earlier, down by 11. Pass into Wimbola, being guarded by Kuhn. And looks like that'll be a foul on the floor by the Knights. Don't know what was there, but didn't look like much. So that's Ireland's third right there. It looks like Braylon Ireland, you have to imagine, is going to be out for maybe the rest of this first half, as a guy already with 3 fouls. Don't want to get him a fourth before halftime. Wimbola with the ball, top of the key. He will drive in. Lefty lay that one no good, gets his own rebound, and that'll be an in and one for Jonathan Wimbola, the senior. So that'll be the first foul for Owen Kuhn. And Trip Alzay now into the game for the Knights, as the big man trying to use his height to his advantage, the tallest player on this Knight roster, standing 6'4". As they're going to try to combat the size of Wimbola with Tripp coming into the game and try to make his life a little bit harder. Wimbola trying to finish off the and one right here. A lot of bounces. That one up. That one is no good. Rebound by the Knights. Now a steal right there from Jones. As got to take down those defensive rebounds. Drake Jones drive top of the key. Righty, lay that one up. That one's good. Drake Jones is cooking the Knights right now. McConaughey head now with the ball. Behind the back. Between the legs. Doing a little crisscross right there. Driving in lefty. Oh! Colin McConaughey has shown why he's a freshman on varsity. Showing out the disco moves right there.
A little shake and bait. Hit him with a little Kyrie Irving. Let's go.
You can say he's Ricky Bobby and Braylon Irons a little Cal Naughton Jr.
Okay.
The bank is open right there. And Jones with the bucket. Major League drive left side. Oh, and he gets fouled as you could hear the slap from all the way up here. Sound like a UFC match. So that's going to be Jones' first personal of the evening. And Leak, and now a chance to get his first points of the afternoon. That one up, that one good. Knights now lead 40-32, 2:47 left in the second quarter.
I played that kid this year.
Make sure to follow the LNC Sports Network on Instagram. Our tag is LNC Sports Network as we post game day, final score updates, interviews, and much more. So LNC Sports Network on Instagram is the place to be for all LNC athletics. Wimbola with the ball being guarded by Tripp. The Mustangs trying to find their main man, Jones, but can't get him. Looks like a travel right there, but won't be called. Still by Major League, they have 3-on-1 numbers. He'll take it himself, and that one no good. Rebound by Tripp, gets his first points of the evening. Knights now lead by 11, 2:15 left in the second quarter. Trying to extend their lead before halftime. Drake Jones, the top scorer for the Mustangs, with the ball being guarded by Johnson. Cross-court pass to Jones. Jones brings it down, and that will be a hook right there of some sorts on Jones. And Shakari Jones now with 2 has to watch himself. Doesn't want to pick up a crucial third foul before the break. Leak now with the ball for the Knights. He'll drive in and kick it out to Braden Wilkie. Wilkie will drive right side. That one up and no good. Rebound by the Mustangs. Wimbola pushes the ball past half court, tries to use his size to his advantage. That one up and that one is no good. Wimbola can't convert. Offers the rebound by the Mustangs. That one up. Wimbola gets the board and he will be fouled. A scrap for the ball inside, but the Mustangs come out on top as Wimbola, tallest player on this court tonight, and just using his height to his advantage.
Exactly. He's the second leading scorer for the Mustangs so far this year. 16 points, but as you guys can see, Drake Jones, he's been a dominant force for the Mustangs all 4 games so far this year. How many points is he?
That one up and good by Wimbola. And the one thing that I really look at is West Rowan, they've had a lack of defense this year. They've allowed over 70 points every single game. So the magic number for the Knights to score over 70, and you should be fine as they're already at 43 right now. When Moa hits a second, and Palmer, we're on pace for a high-scoring affair right now. It's going to run up the score if this continues.
It's been exciting with this press. I've enjoyed watching it all year, and I'm going to enjoy watching it so far in this third quarter, but they've kind of shied away from it. With Drake Jones facilitating the ball up the court, leading to easy points on the other end.
As we see Braden Wilkie get down and dirty for that ball, but can't keep it in bounds, and the Mustangs will retain possession. Mustangs trail 43-34, 1:20 left in the second quarter, as we will see a timeout. So Palmer, 1:20 left. If you're the Mustangs here, you just want to cut down this deficit going into the halftime, and the Knights, you want to keep that lead above 10 points, keep it to double digits, and keep that momentum rolling into the halftime break.
Exactly. As the Mustangs coach right now, definitely looking to make it easier on ourselves. Going into the half, trying to cut down the lead as best as possible, shooting better shots. It comes down to breaking that press, which they've kind of shied away from, as I said, but getting the ball down the floor and getting an open shot is big.
As I mentioned earlier, East Rowan started off the season 0-4, first 0-4 start since the 16-17 season, and definitely don't want to start 0-5. As this East Rowan program kind of struggles in the last 10 or so years, haven't made the playoffs since the 2011-2012 season. We're trying to right the ship this year.
For sure. We saw the Knights take a tough one against West Charlotte in the second round of the playoffs last year. That's actually one of the first couple playoff appearances for the Knights in the last couple of years, which was exciting to see.
As there's a travel right there from McConaughey. 2 happy feet right there, looking for the step back, but it will be Mustang ball. So Jones now with the ball being guarded by Drew Johnson, now being guarded by Braden Wilkie. 1:10 left here in the second quarter. Double team, that will be Mustang ball, but great double team press. Wimbola with the ball inside. That one tipped around and will be off Isaiah Smith III. So East will win with a 30-second timeout. As Knights, you don't want to allow over 67 points. As both times the Knights have lost this season, they've allowed over 60 or 76. 67, yes. And if you allow over 67, that could be a problem. But the Knights are on pace for 80 plus tonight, and going to try to keep that up right here. So we have a 30-second timeout. Knights lead 43-34, 1:01 left in the second quarter. If you have any questions or comments, and please feel free to drop them in the chat. We love to answer them here at the LNC Sports Network, so feel free to drop them below. They will break the team huddles, and it will be Mustang ball. Jones will inbound. And we'll find Klenzler. Clock now under a minute. Jones will drive in, right-handed finish, and Drake Jones just showing why he's the star player for the Mustangs. Isaiah Smith with the ball. We'll find McConaughey. McConaughey, oh, that's a bad pass to Braden Wilkie. Mustangs now will go the other way. Jones with the ball, crossover inside, righty lay, oh, and that's a foul. And Jones will add to his game-leading tally at the line. And Palmer, I can't harp about how good Drake Jones has been tonight. He's got the 3-ball going, he drives inside, he has crafty finishes, he's really an all-around player.
Which is surprising to me, standing at only 128 pounds. I think it would be tough driving in against bigger guys, especially in the paint, but he's been doing really well. I think he's on pace for 20 points tonight.
That one up and good by Jones. Jay Morgan into the game. And Tripp will check out. The second one here by Jones up, and that one is good. Knights lead now cut to 5. Under 30 seconds. Knights may look to get the final shot of the quarter as we see Mustangs now playing a 3-2 zone. McConaughey will hold it here for a second. Clock about to tick under 15 seconds as smart move right here. Run their offense with 15 seconds to go. Morgan with the ball will find McConaughey. Clock now under 5. McConaughey will drive in out to Isaiah Smith. Corner 3. That one no good. And the rebound not in time. So the Knights will hold a 5-point lead. 43-38 going into halftime. Stay with us here on the LNC Sports Network for some more Knights basketball. And welcome back here on the LNC Sports Network. Second half of play. Now live. I'm Zane Metz. Alongside me to the left is Davis Solomon. And so Davis, great first half from the Knights. They hold a 5-point lead. What are your thoughts going into the second half of play?
I got 2 words. Drake Jones. Commanding the East Rowan offense and defense. He's playing scrappy on offense. He's a simple ball player, though. He's not really doing anything fancy. He just gets that look in his eyes when he's driving towards the rim. He's like, I'm getting this basket. And he can just shoot the ball. It's nasty. It's dirty. He's like Chris Kyle, American Sniper.
As that one will be off Jalen Gibson. As that one missed by Braden Wilkie. Kind of slow tonight. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc after 2 really good games from Wilkie. As we mentioned earlier, Braden Wilkie up for Charlotte Observer Player of the Week, so make sure to vote for him. Go to Charlotte Observer. You can find that there. And vote as many times as you would like. Kuhn with the ball, top of the key, will find McConaughey. McConaughey over to Braden Wilkie, back to McConaughey, top of the key. Trying to get this Knights offense in motion.
I really like how McConaughey just commands the offense. He's a freshman, but yet he's telling these guys, you're going here, you're making the space for me because I know the best, offense to run in this situation.
As that's an air ball by Leak, and now Kuhn will come down with the ball. Over to Wilkie, he will drive in, pull up mid-range. That one is no good. Ball tipped around, and Wimbola will get it. Wimbola over to Drake Jones, and he will slow down the pace.
Wimbola also a very physical player. Those 2 guys really come into the East Ryan offense. I think if the Knights really shut those guys down, this is a ball game. I mean, they're already ahead by 5 points, and I think they could really just sink this one down if they're able to kind of capture those 2 guys.
As make this 3, as we were mentioning earlier, as that's a lefty lay by Major League and good. Drake Jones and Jonathan Wimbola account for 33 of the Mustangs' 52 points, so all but 15 points pretty much, as they are major contributors for this Mustang roster.
Major League and McConaughey really doubling the ball there, trying to stop it at half court. I like that.
Knights lead 45-40, 6:17 left in the third quarter. Crossover, spin move, good defense by McConaughey, and he will tip that ball out of bounds. Coming into the game will be Braylon Ireland for Braden Wilkie. So the inbound right there. And we will see P.J. Butler with the ball.
Good hustle from Major League trying to get back on his man.
Wimbola will drive in, baseline, good defense by Kuhn, great cut. And that is easy money.
It's just looking like that opener we had where they're just leaving that paint open, letting them get those easy layups. But they're still able to contain this team. This is a super winnable game.
Knights up by 3, Ireland with the ball. Over to McConaughey, pump fake, top of the key, back to Ireland in the corner. Ireland inside to Jay Morgan, and now Major League. Great ball movement by the Knights, and Leak will draw a foul and go to the line to shoot 2.
Major League, kind of a all-sport athlete, playing football, basketball, and I believe running track in the spring. Same thing with Drew Johnson. Both of them have very similar play styles. Major League just has a little bit of that size.
So Leak with that lefty stroke will shoot that one, and that one is cash money.
God, when you say imagine a free throw, that's what I imagine,
When you look it up in the dictionary, I think that's what comes up.
Yeah, we're learning about mental sets. That's the mental set that comes up in the AP Psych.
As AP Psych and all those exams coming up for not only us, but all the players on this roster. That's something you have to contribute. You not only have the stress of basketball in these players' lives, but the stress of school, and that really, amounts to how these guys are acting out here. Major League comes down the court. Oh, and he almost jams it down, but doesn't get it. But now the Knights extend their lead, 49-42.
Just leaving us short. Oof.
5:11 now left in the third. Defense by Ireland.
10 world.
Spin move. Pull-up jumper, that one no good. Oh, and a big block by Colin McConaughey.
Gosh, he is so small, but yet he's able to get up there and just block those shots. It's crazy to me.
I mean, he's got those bunnies, doesn't he?
Whew. Probably those neon cleats. Not cleats, but...
Something like that.
Used to the lacrosse league.
Wembanyama will go up, and he will get fouled, go to the line to shoot 2. As Talking about those neon shoes, one of two players on this Knights floor with the neon shoes. With Colin McConaughey had those Grinches on with the Christmas spirit. Grinches, one of the most iconic basketball shoes, and Owen Kuhn repping those mellow Puma shoes.
Both of them powerhouses for the Knights. Owen more of a defensive player for sure, really using his size to his advantage, getting in guys' faces, make them sweat a little bit, and he's able to just, get those crucial blocks, those crucial steals that the Knights really are looking for right now, just possessing on that offense. I feel like that's where they really thrive.
Talking about sweat, Owen Kuhn, I must say, I love the kid to death, but he sweats more than any person I ever know. A little fun fact for the viewers at home, they have a special towel called the Owen Sweat Towel on the team that just for Owen to have. Is that man sweats like he's in the Sahara Desert when he's out there. I mean, that just shows how much he's moving up and down the court.
You ring that out, that's like the Hudson River. That's just flowing.
So McConaughey head after the foul will go to the line to shoot two.
No pressure.
That one is up, and that one is good. Knights now lead by 7, 4:47 left in the third quarter. McConaughey trying to extend their lead to 8, and he will do just so. Knights lead 51-43.
A little worried that McConaughey rushing the shot a little bit, but, he synced it.
It works.
Exactly. 10 world. Braylon Ireland not really doing as much as he normally does for the Knights. I feel like he hasn't really been as, the sole powerhouse that he normally is. He's been playing really good defense, but on offense, he had that really good 3, and then other than that, I can't really think of anything else noteworthy. But it's still 10 world.
A pull-up jumper by Wimbola, and now PG-10, 3-ball, that one no good. And that's a rebound by Kuhn, out to Major League. Now to McConaughey at top of the key, good move. He will find Jay Morgan, 3-ball, that one is no good. Another rebound by Major League, gets a great hustle by Major League.
Both of those guys, Leak and Kuhn, going up for the ball. Very physical players, very big players, broad players. And they really just use their size to their advantage, but they're quick too.
Wembanyama will find the pass inside, and that is an easy lay. That one will be by P.J. Butler.
Really kind of an Achilles heel in the Knights is just they let these really open lays out, and that'll just let these teams come back, 2 points by 2 points by 2 points, and build up on those deficits. They kind of just let that backside open and let some guy creep in and say, hey, I'm right here. I've got the free shot. Give it to me. And then they do, A
little silly mistake right there from Colin McConaughey. He gets called for the travel. And we saw Jonathan Wimbola kind of scream in his face, trying to hype up his fellow Mustang teammates. They need a spark here, and they need it quickly.
Wimbola's really been kind of the hype man for the team. I know he's looking at Braden Wilkie calling him small earlier. I don't think that guy's small. I don't know what he's on, but,
He's a big boy for sure. Mustangs with the ball, and we'll find Drake Jones. Jones will drive in right side. Oh, that's a crispy lay.
He is Lightning McQueen on this court. He's just moving. So small, but yet he can just hold the ball against these big defenders.
McConaughey will be in the corner. Oh, great pass to Isaiah Smith. Now Ireland, corner 3. That one up, that one no good. As that is a rebound by Jones. Ireland misses yet another 3 here in the second half.
Ireland, I think, is like 1 for 5 on threes. That's not really normally like him. He's normally draining most of them. I don't know what's going on tonight, but still playing very good defense. He just can't get these shots to connect.
Great defense by Kuhn right there. That'll be a foul. So we're talking about Braylon Ireland in threes. He leads the conference in 3-pointers this season, but only 1 so far tonight.
Yeah, he is really an offensive powerhouse, but it's not shown out tonight. So, guys like Braden Wilkie and Jay Morgan just kind of picking up the slack a little bit.
Kuhn picks up his second foul of the evening. Knights led by 10 at 1 point here in the third quarter. And we will see Reed with a chance to drop that lead now down to 3 if he makes his second free throw. Reed will get the ball. 3 dribbles, flick of the hair, and that one is good. A friendly roll for Jaden Reed, and now the Mustangs only trail by 3.
Isaiah Smith driving down.
Leak now with the ball over to McConaughey. Kuhn asking for the ball in the paint, being guarded by Wimbola. Mustangs playing the 3-2 zone. Kick out in the corner. Baseline drive by Ireland, and that will be a foul on the Mustangs, that being credited to Jaden Reed. 2:33 left in the third quarter. Knights lead 53-50. Checking into the game will be Dalen Gibson. And Jaden Reed will be checked out after that foul.
That guy definitely plays football as well. You can tell.
He's a big boy for sure.
Yeah. I really like Isaiah Smith as a player. I wouldn't say he's exceptional on any one field, but he's just an all-around great player. Offense, defense, he can move the ball. He's quick. I really hope he gets some points on the board tonight.
Kuhn, lefty lay and one. Second and one of the night for the big lefty Owen Kuhn. And he'll try to finish it off right here.
And that's why they call him the Blonde Barbarian, man. He's tough. He'll just burn through these defenders.
You know, I don't know if they call him the Blonde Barbarian, but I think I might just start calling him that. I heard Trevor Lawrence earlier this year, but I think the Blonde Barbarian has a better ring to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a catch on it. No one calls him that. I do, but.
That's all that matters if you call him that. That one up and that one good by Kuhn.
The Blonde Barbarian, you mean?
Mustangs trail by 6, 2:14 left in the third quarter. And that will be a travel. Easy call from the ref right there.
Maybe he forgot he wasn't playing football and started to run with it.
Nightmare stress that you can't do that. As Davis, as I mentioned earlier, you know, ask Palmer what's his favorite Adam Sandler movie with the student section being an Adam Sandler theme. Now I got to ask what's yours.
I believe you already asked me that.
The women's game, but you don't repeat it for the men's game.
Yeah, of course. I was going to say 50 First Dates. I just love Drew Barrymore in that movie. That's a very funny movie to me. I would also say Grown Ups. Grown Ups is another top. Between the two, I'm going to give it to Grown Ups. I just love Kevin James. He's hilarious in every movie he's in.
Leak being double teamed in the corner, and that's a bad pass. And the Mustangs will go the other way. Fast break chance, but will be taken out by Butler. Butler double teamed in the corner. He'll step on the baseline. It'll be Knight's ball.
Drake Jones really just using that arm to just push those guys and jab them. It's like he doesn't have the size, but I think it's almost like his bony frame helps him because he's able to kind of like wiggle around these guys a little bit.
Kind of like he's got kind of like javelins for arms. I mean,
like if you've got that poking into you, you're like, my rib. Like you don't want to play defense against that guy.
Ireland takes the ball past half court. Will hit Isaiah Smith in the corner. 3-ball, no good. Will Kinsler will pass it to his fellow Mustang teammate, P.J. Butler. Butler being guarded by Isaiah Smith. Crossover. Thinks about driving. Will decide not to. Now will drive left side. Finds Winbola. Pull-up jumper. That one is no good. Rebound by Isaiah Smith. Knights now pushing the ball the other way. Smith has the ball and finds Drew Johnson. Drew Johnson now out to Ireland, top of the key. Tip pass. Steal by Winbola, using his big frame to his advantage.
That was not the path, Ireland. I think he was trying to get a little bit more like speed on that one, and it just wasn't working out for him. You can kind of tell by his face. He was like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad choice.
Clock now ticking under 50, and that will be Knights ball. A turnover by Drake Jones. So 53.1 left here in the third quarter. Your Knights lead 56-50. It's just been a low-scoring third quarter. I mean, at one point we were on pace for 90-plus points by the Knights, and now only 56-3.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty ludicrous for the Knights. I feel like they're always like putting up these like big scoring games, or they're at least like getting up in the 60s, 70s. But this East Rowan defense has just been nonstop. They've just been unrelenting. And I think a part of that is Drake Jones. He's just bony, and he'll get in your face, and he's scrappy.
As one thing with Isaiah Smith, went over 5 last game from 3, and now hasn't hit a 3 so far. Yeah, a little bit of a cold streak from Isaiah Smith, but we'll try to break that soon. Good steal right there from Drew Johnson. Fast break, a righty lay, and he will get fouled. That one bring on Brady McIntyre.
I think the thing with Smith is just he kind of gets a little nervous with the ball. Like you see him, he's driving down, he has a shot, and he passes it off to Drew Johnson. I saw that earlier, and I was just like, you could have taken that. You could have got some points on the board. And you see him during warm-ups. He's hitting most of his threes. So I just think in this, stadium environment with the nightmare here, it kind of gets in his head a little bit.
So Johnson will go to the line and shoot 2. That one up, that one good. Knights extend their lead to 7. Only 14 seconds left here in the third.
Still a great ball player, though. No shade thrown.
None at all.
It's a sunny day here.
Indeed it is. Kuhn looks like he might have got hit in the eye. Maybe a contact or something fell out as he's reaching for that left eye.
The blonde barbarian becoming a blonde pirate now, maybe.
As the Mustangs will have the final shot of the third quarter, down by 8. Winbola will drive in lefty, lay that one, no good. Rebound will fall to the Mustangs. Wimbulla back with the ball. Oh, that's a big block right there. And a great defensive effort by the Knights to end off the third quarter of play. They will lead by 8 going into the fourth. Stick with us here on the LNC Sports Network. Knights lead 58-50. Fourth quarter of play coming up next. Welcome back here to Lake Norman Charter High School. The Knights lead 58-50. Fourth quarter of play coming up here on the Lake Norman Charter Sports Network. I'm Sam Metz. Alongside me to my left is David Solomonson. So, David, it's a big fourth quarter coming up here for the Knights. What are your thoughts trying to hold on to this 8-point lead here late?
It's a close game. I think the Knights are playing great offense. Defense is lacking a little bit.
That one is a 3, and that one will miss. Offensive rebound by Wilkie, and that one is good.
Kind of like letting these easy layups, like I said, the Knights. But overall, playing some phenomenal offense. I know they're only scoring 60 points, but East Rowan is a defensive powerhouse. So I am very happy with how they're doing today.
Wimbulla will have the ball, will drive in. Good pass into the corner, great pump fake. Drive in, almost a carry right there. And a rebound by Wilkie. McConaughey will push the ball up past half court. Almost loses it for a second, now regains it. Drew Johnson will pick it out into the corner. Finds Ireland out to Braden Wilkie. Now Major Leak. The lefty leg good. Great floater by Leak. Knights now lead by 12.
Leak could have taken that for 3. I don't know why he didn't. He just decided not to, but still got the points. So I'm not one to bicker.
PJ Butler with the ball being guarded by Leak. 6:50 left on the clock here in the fourth. Almost a travel right there by McIntyre. And ball on the ground. Good hustle by Braden Wilkie. And that will be off a Mustang. Great defense right there from the Knights. As Avery Arnaz, number 2, and number 22, Jaden Reed, will come into the game for the Mustangs. So Ireland will dribble the ball up court and find Johnson.
Ireland kind of doing a signature move, creeping back to that right side, or left side, excuse me.
Johnson with the ball in the corner, pass it out to Ireland. Now McConaughey at top of the key on that Knights logo. Pump fakes it out to Major Leak. Back to Ireland, now Wilkie in the corner. Hasn't made a 3 all night, but trying to knock one down here late. Knights trying to break this 2-3 zone. McConaughey out to Wilkie, corner 3, that one no good. Another miss by Braden Wilkie. He's been cold tonight. Butler with the ball, great pass inside, and that's a bucket for Jaden Reed.
That really is just a love story tonight. I think the East Rowan offense is just getting right behind us, finding our blind spot and just taking advantage of it, while the Knights are taking these far-out shots, using their ball movement to kind of split up the East Rowan defense.
Woo-hoo-hoo! A good 3 right there from Braylon Ireland. Finally his second one of the night as he's starting to get hot here late.
It is 10's world. 10's world.
Knights now lead by 13. 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. And that will be out of bounds off the Mustangs as they're spiraling out of control here late.
Props to Butler on East Rowan. He's really turning it up in the second half. I didn't really notice anything about him in the first, and now I feel like he's scoring a lot of their points. Oh, well.
as Aiden Leno now entered the game for the Mustangs. That's a new one, as he's not on the roster, but maybe a little of a super sub here late, needing some spark by the Mustangs. Ireland with the ball. Over to McConaughey. McConaughey being guarded by Arnaz. Braylon Ireland, corner three, good! Back-to-back three by Braylon Ireland. He's heating up hot late here in the game. Winbola drives in, and that will be a charge. Great work right there from Braden Wilkie, putting his body on the line for the Knights. The Knights with a So the Knights lead 68-52 here late. 5 minutes to go. Major League corner three, lefty stroke. Oh, and that one is no good. A rebound by Drew Johnson. Great fight right there.
Drew Johnson, again, kind of a smaller guy, using his hops to really get up there and get that rebound. You've been seeing that a lot this game, I feel like. I think he has like 3 or 4 rebounds. Like, just getting up there, really trying to snatch the ball out of these guys' hands. These guys are big. These guys are tough. They're scrappy, like I said about Drake Jones. So it's kind of good to see how the Knights are adapting that play style. I feel like we're a lot more timid, but we go up against these scrappy teams and we still hold our own.
And one thing with Drew Johnson, a lot of those rebounds coming on the offensive side, that's big in those second chance points and really using those to your advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I think he knows a lot about the game, obviously, and he can kind of see those open opportunities where, oh, maybe I need to help here and get a rebound, and he just takes advantage of it.
Leak will find the ball inside of the paint, pass it out to Braylon Ireland. Might he would go for another corner three? No, he will drive in. Out to Drew Johnson, over to Braden Wilkie. Wilkie, jab step, now back to Wilkie. Corner three, can he knock this one down? Oh, and another three missed by Braden Wilkie.
Wilkie taking a lot of threes, not really connecting any of them. Drew Johnson taking one.
That one misses, rebound by Winbola. And Coach Case pointing to his head, we got to be smart here, guys. You're up here late with a 16-point advantage, 4:19 left. You got to use time in your favor.
Yeah, I think the Knights are starting to realize, hey, we're up by 16. We can start taking these outside shots. I don't know if that's the play. There's still a lot of time left on the clock. Each Rowan can come back. They do have that, skill to come back. I think if Drake Jones and Wembanyama get the ball a little bit more and they can possess the ball a little bit more, they could come back. So I don't know why the Knights are kind of playing this hero ball, this highlight reel ball.
And one thing is, as we see Lena Machar take a timeout, time is to your advantage. You want to use all those timeouts to your advantage, as we see the student section. We're trying to get Christian Virgilio in the game, as I'd love to see Christian and Langston and Dean into the game here late. Get some great varsity minutes for those guys.
I know, Dean, the lean machine, as everyone calls him.
So 4:17 left on the clock here in the fourth. Knights lead 68-52. So Coach K, we see him talking to his team down there and telling the guys to be smart. Don't take those dumb shots. As now they're saying we want Cinco. Guys, really trying to root for Virgilio to get in the game. I mean, that's one of those guys that just everybody loves, and may not be the best in skill, but just a great locker room guy.
Yeah, you kind of need that. You need that team hype man, and I think Virgilio fills that role really well. But you want to see those team hype men get in and score some points too.
I mean, who doesn't love to see that when the guy at the end of the bench gets in late game and hits a big three?
Well, I don't know if you want to say end of the bench, but
I mean, look where he's sitting. He is the end of the bench, to be fair. But some of those guys, you got to think about this. A guy might not be playing in the game, but using him in practice on the practice squad is just big because your starters are getting. Your starting guys are getting reps against guys like Virgilio and Kason and Langston, and in practice that's who they're facing, and those guys are putting in work day in and day out on the scout team.
Yeah, man.
So that'll be a full timeout by the Mustangs. We'll be back in a second. The Knights lead 68-54. So McConaughey Head will inbound the ball to Braylon, Ireland. Knights lead 68-54, 4:13 left here in the fourth. Cross-court pass to Major Leak. Kuhn now with the ball will slow it down and find McConaughey Head. Great work by the Knights right there, just slowing down the tempo of this game.
Yeah, McConaughey really showing his
Oh, that's a good crosser.
Yeah, I was gonna say really showing his skills on the field, kind of trying to show off a little bit, saying, "Hey, coach, I'm still earning this spot," you know.
Ireland with the ball, that'll be poked away by Jones. Leak will inbound the ball and will find Braylon, Ireland, and that would be a foul on the Mustangs.
A lot of fouls coming in this second half. I think student section's starting to be like, we want to get out of here, and all these fouls just keep riling up. So.
Oh, and guess who's coming into the game? As we will see Christian Virgilio and Kason Profit come in for Colin McConaughey and Jay Jones. I think that's the most hype we've seen all night by the student section right there to see Virgilio get into the game.
Yeah, they've woken up a little bit, definitely. Oh, we got the ball immediately.
Virgilio will drive in and will find Owen Kuhn. Smart pass now with the Leak. Ireland between the legs and a drive right side. Righty, oh, and he got hacked. And we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Gosh, I really want to see Virgilio get the ball. I think that would just cap off the game. Ireland with the free throw, kind of coming off of a little bit of a drought on the threes tonight. Hoping to, get a couple more points on the board, kind of be the powerhouse that he's known to be. As
we'll see the big man, number 25, Trip Allgaier, come in for the Knights. That one up and good for Braylon, Ireland. Kuhn will come out of the game for the Knights. Knights now lead 69-54, 3:33 left in the fourth.
I want to talk about Rudolph and that red nose. Owen's got those red cheeks. He's really been working, Like, you can tell he's a little bit gassed.
So we'll see the main man, Drake Jones, bring up the ball for the Mustangs, but then we'll pass it as we see Wimbola hit the deck. Kind of the turf monster got him right there. As Jones will be stripped, and Braylon Ireland will get the ball up court. Righty lay that one too easy for Braylon Ireland.
I really want to see Virgilio get the ball. Oh, Leak with the big steal.
Over to Kason, bucket, go! Rebound by Braylon Ireland. Great job hitting the offensive boards. And that'll be a timeout by the Knights. So the Knights will take a timeout and try to get some of their bench players in. We'll be back here in a minute. Knights lead by 20. And we are back here from the break as the Knights lead 47-54, 3:02 left here in the fourth.
Number one on the court, number one in my heart. Dean, the lean machine, is finally in. I've been waiting for this moment.
Dean with that curly afro of sorts as Dean Roostrom entered the game for the Knights. Three ball right there. That one no good. Rebound by Trip. Kason now will push the ball up court. Under 3 minutes left on the clock.
I wish we could enhance because it's actually an afro mullet.
Oh! As Virgilio will go to the line to shoot two. So would you say that Dean the Lean Mean Machine has the best flow on the team? I'd have to say yes.
Oh yeah, that afro mullet, you can see it right now in all its glory. It's really nice.
It's glistening, I would say.
Oh wait, Virgilio, hoping to get some points. This student section will go wild.
This one up. Oh! He still has one more shot, but Virgilio's got to get this one. The roof's going to jump off this place when he hits this.
Gosh, I don't want to call it. I don't want to jinx it.
Well, should we put our hands up like the student section? This one up. This one is no good. Rebound. And that will be blocked. Levi Church to the game for the Knights. Kason, three ball. No good. As yes, Levi Church into the game for the Knights. That's his first varsity action of his career. Knights still hold their 20-point lead. Clock with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth.
I wonder where he got that Afro mullet cut, you know? That's got to be some prime stuff.
I just take a lot in the morning to probably get that thing flowing.
A lot of gel.
Great drive right there and a good bucket by the man for the Mustangs, that being Drake Jones. Case-off pass it to Tripp.
Afro mullet got it.
Over to Dean. Dean back to Tripp. And now to Kason. Great pass right there to Levi Church. Virgilio, corner three. Oh, he misses. Rebound by Jones. Under 2 minutes now. Driving in, righty lay. That one's an and one for P.J. Butler.
God, that was hard to watch. That was some bad defense on the Knights, but they kind of just let that guy open. But also, there's 2 minutes left. You're up by what is that, 26, 16? So, you know, you're...
As yes, the Knights up by 16, 155, as we will see Butler go to the line to complete his and one. That one is up, and that one is no good. Rebound by Tripp, and he will find Kason. Pump fake right there from Prospect. And Dean in the corner. Three ball! Oh, he misses.
God, these players coming off the bench are really not showing coach that they got what it takes. I really want Dean to get more playing time. That would just make my whole season, but he's got to put those shots in first.
Virgilio with the ball, driving in righty low, and he gets blocked. He will go to the line to shoot two. As P.J. Butler said get that ball out of here. But Virgilio will go to the line. He's trying to get his first points of the year.
Okay, Virgilio's got to make one of these. Come on.
He's 0 for 2 so far in the night. Will he get it? Oh, and he misses 0 for 3 now from the line as the pressure is on for Christian Virgilio.
I am sweating for him. You can look at him. Oh, my God.
Virgilio, couple of bounces. This one up. And he gets it. Christian Virgilio gets the bucket. His first free throw of the night and the season. Student section is hyped.
Hey, fourth time's a charm. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
That'll be a foul on the Knights. As the Nightmare really feeling that Christian Virgilio bucket. So we'll see Drake Jones inbound the ball for the Mustangs. They are down 75-58, 119 left. Oh, and that one in and out for Wimbola.
This kid just get booted out.
That was an air ball by Wimbola. Comes up a little bit short. As the student section really making Wimbola known that he airballed that one.
Are they saying airball? I can't hear him.
He misses both. Rebound by the Mustangs. Drive inside, righty lay. That one no good. Rebound by Kason. Getting double team, trying to find it out. And he will find Dean. Dean will go up court. By Christian Virgilio. He gets it. Christian Virgilio, big bucket right there. And Dino's got crossed up right there from Drake Jones.
Valentina, the medical supervisor, is getting the athletic tape after those ankles got broke. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo!
Eastern ran into the bonus, so Drake Jones will go to the line to shoot two.
The Afro mullet did not help him keep his balance today.
I would say it's he's kind of top heavy if you think about it, you know?
I think the gliders of the mullet kind of help him keep stable though.
Ooh. It's like when he's trying to go for a layup, he flies like an eagle, as you could say.
It's more aerodynamic, yeah.
I love it. Jones, second free throw right here is good.
I almost think he's probably 90% from the free throw line.
He's money.
He is a shooter.
Virgilio will find Levi Church. Church over to Kason. Dean, corner three. Oh, it rims out. Rebound by Wimbola. He'll push it the other way. And a steal, but he'll get it back. Big block by Tripp. Virgilio gets it. It'll go off Virgilio. Knights lead 77-60, 31.7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter of play.
That Drake Jones and Wembanyama combo is really just being overused at this point. I feel like it's always Drake Jones to Wembanyama.
Oh, and Drake Jones with a corner three. I mean, he's been money tonight. Woo!
Gosh. God, the hair is red because he's on fire, you know?
Virgilio will try to save that, and it'll go right to a Mustang. Dean goes for the steal, no good. Jones will drive in. Oh, and he gets blocked by Tripp. Big block right there.
God, he's realizing that he's not as big as these other guys. He may be able to shoot, but he doesn't have that size that the other guys do.
Yes. The student section waving goodbye to East Rowan, and the Knights will play out the rest of this game. Rebound from Virgilio. He'll dribble it out, and that is ball game. So the Knights will win this game 77-63. The Knights now hold the all-time season series 5-0 against the Mustangs. We want to thank you for joining us. For Zay Metz, David Solomon, and Palmer Hayes. We will see you next Tuesday night right here on the LNC Sports Network.